And firstly, I want to thank you for accepting my invitation and accepting to be on my show.
Okay, it's great to hear.
So I thought to introduce you to my audience and tell
Yeah,
about you.
definitely, definitely. And also, can you briefly talk about you? I mean, I'm excited what you do.
So I have my education is I've completed masters in software engineering,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm preparing for cloud uh, preparing for cloud architect and cloud engineer position. So for the
Okay.
certification, I'm already in training,
Mm-hmm.
and I got job in Canada and US recently.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So and I have a YouTube channel where I'll take interviews of different country peoples who works in different professions. I'm sure you
Mm-hmm.
have seen that.
Yeah, yeah. I have seen your some of your videos. Like you are talking with different people.
Yeah, like about 80 to 100 country people are there in my show.
Mm-hmm.
So Indians are very less actually. Indians are like very less. I think you are the second Indian, second professional.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw your your profile and I thought to talk about the cloud and you are already in that profession. So I thought to introduce you to my international subscribers. So
Yeah.
that is what my profile is. I have a podcast also. I
Mm-hmm.
did like 40 episodes, like same with different country people, and in on YouTube I think 310 episodes again, and
Mm-hmm.
still going on. Still politicians
That's
are coming. Still there are a lot of people are coming.
I see. That's a lot of effort to put that kind of or that many videos in the YouTube. So I appreciate your efforts, and you are doing great.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. By the way, are you from which state? I mean, are you there? Are you from India or right now you are
Yeah,
outside from the?
I'm from India. I live in Telangana, South India, Hyderabad.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
And I live in Gujarat. If you know Gujarat,
yeah, Gujarat, the Prime Minister's place.
Prime Minister's. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
So
So
can you please introduce yourself to my audience?
okay, okay. So basically, my name is Nirmal Chhodvadiya. I have did my computer engineering and completed my bachelor degree in August 2020. Currently, I am working as a full-time cloud engineer at AppGambit company, which is APN company, like AWS partner network. So there are only 27 companies in the Gujarat. They have this APN title, and I'm grateful for few of the people. I have meet different kind of people using the Meetup app, and which is basically in the final year I have got something like I want to do something in a cloud and attending different peoples and attending different meetups. I got
Okay.
to know about different cloud providers, and
Wow.
then I came to know about the basic certification, the foundational certification. So I did my very first AWS cloud certified cloud practitioner examination, and I have passed successfully. And
Wow.
initially, I got the cloud engineer internship, and after that, I'm able to convert my full-time cloud engineer job over there. So it's not something like I am a huge experienced guy. I've just started. It's just 3 months from my full-time job is started. So, but yeah, I know like how I have started my cloud journey from the knowing nothing about the cloud and going, and after getting few of the people and getting something inside from the experienced people, that takes you a different level. So
Correct.
that kind of thing you are also doing, like sharing different kind of people's journey, so people can learn from that and apply them in their knowledge, apply that in their life, and they get a different kind of opportunity.
Exactly. So how old are you?
I am a 23 years old.
23 years. Okay. You have completed your engineering in 2020.
Yeah, August 2020.
You're very fast, man. You came, you got the certification and you are into job. You did, you're very fast.
Yeah, It's nothing like that. Like even in the final year of my engineering, to be honest, sorry, in the final year of my computer engineering, uh, even that moment, if you in the semester, we are having a 8 semester in the engineering. If you have the different kind of semester in your college, or have you same the number of amount of
Yeah, same. Eight semesters.
so in the 7th semester, didn't know I don't know about like where I am interested in or which areas I have to
Yeah.
look for. So I have started I've started by it's a different story, by the way. I'm usually scrolling my Instagram feed and I saw one app, like in the nearby area, one of a company is hosting like Google's IO recap, and there was kind of some of the free, a lunch or something, some kind of that. And I thought, let's go there because it's Sunday, and one of the great thing is it's a free. So I
Hmm.
have started like, let's do with that. I mean, what the problem? Like you are able to see the Google I/O recap, and you are also getting some kind of lunch. So why not to try it? So I have gone there, and I have went there, and from there I have realized there are different kind of communities in my city, like the Surat city. They're hosting the free and many of community events for kind of people who are interested in. And from there I came to know about the Meetup application. I'm sure you are, if you have heard about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know Meetup? Yeah, that's a great. So in the Meetup app, there are different kind of community, and they are going to host the events on the weekend. So from there, I have started attending different kind of meetups, like going for the WordPress meetup, Elementor, JavaScript, AWS, Google Developer Group, and plenty of different kind of communities I have attended. So till now, I think I don't remember how many number of events I have attended, but it's more than like 40 to 50 events.
Wow.
So attending different people and attending different events, I got to know about like what are the different things the people can do. The people who are hosting the event, they're basically from the IT company's owner or someone who are experienced guy or that kind of people, I mean. So getting exposure to that people, that gives me a different mindset, like okay, these are the college study, and this is the something that people actually are doing. So
Yeah.
they know where where's the gap is there, like students who are studying the engineering and the people who are working in the company, they know what's the the real gap between the skills. Like you have to work on the different frameworks. It's not something like you are playing with simple JavaScript or something like that. So I have attended different meetups, and somehow I got to got my interest in the cloud. So I have asked them, like the people who are very great, they answer me very well, politely and patiently. Like, hey Nirmal, if you want to start your cloud journey, then initially you have to start from the structured learning. Basically, if there are two different kind of things. If you want to learn cloud, you can go with the certification part, and second thing is you can also go with the original practical learning stuff. So if you are initial or if you are a student, so I would suggest that start with a foundational course. So or AWS CCP or GCP or anything, or Microsoft Azure also have the fundamental certificate. So start with the foundational course. So what it will do, you will get the structured learning over there, like set of people, set of areas, topics to cover, and the fundamental thing you will learn about. Like there are different kind of dictionary words are also there, like reliability, availability, and so many other stuff. So initially I don't understand like what the people are talking about. What do you mean by reliability, availability, tolerance, or stuff like that? But once I started with the AWS, and I got the YouTube. Free code camp have various kind of free courses for the cloud as well. I have referred Andrew Brown's AWS CCP course. It's a very great. Even I have write article about it, like list of paid resources and list of free resources. I want to share that link also with you, so you can might check out and share with your audience, like how I clear my AWS CCP certificate. So I have started with that course, and you will got surprised like how many stuff I got from there. Like he's showing everything, like in the account how you can create the S3 buckets, how you can create the EC2, or all the basic stuff like networking part, IAM, VPC, and all kind of stuff I learned from there. And again, the next story is like when I have attended different kind of meetups, like I was like lucky that uh, one of the events in the VizLab. Do you know VizLab company?
No.
Okay, so it's basically AWS or any kind of different kind of cloud resources. They create the paid resources. They are especially known for their practice test. Like once you have completed your courses and all your practical learnings from the any kind of certificate, you will have to go through the practice test, so they can provide you some kind of how the real world exam come, so that kind of stuff. So actually in my city, VizLab have sponsored one event, and that's a condition like any of attendees will clear the first from the attending that session to the nearest that they have cleared the certification, they will give you the entire exam course. So I was already preparing for the AWS CCP that time, and I was lucky enough to attending that event. And as soon as I came to know about this thing, I booked my exam, passed it,
Wow.
and I got my 100 USD from that. So I
Wow.
didn't need to pay anything for any kind of money to even give the AWS CCP exam. That kind of stuff. And even I have share about like you don't need to get certified for getting a job in AWS. Obviously, if you are a fresher, it will be more valuable if you put something inside your project. Like if you use few services, S3 is there, EC2 is there, or any kind of a basic core services. If you have used them in your project, it will be more valuable than getting certified. If you are working professional, or if you are some if you are someone who are earning the money, like 100 USD is for attending the attempt. So if you score below the 700, you will not get any certificate, and you will lose your money as well. So for
Yeah.
the student, I would suggest that it's good to, like, for the doing the certification course, no one will stopping you, right? You can do the course freely. There are plenty of resources are available to you. Even you can use some of the best paid resources, like obviously you have shared the Stephen Marek's course are very great, and Udemy is here in there. They have shared like around 350 rupees. You will get any master course as well.
Yeah.
So it's okay to invest that in the course, but I will suggest, if someone is a student or in the final year, and if they are not earning the money, I would highly suggest go with the learning path. Like you can do the certification course, you can learn that topics, and use that services and concept inside the project, and show the people and make a video of it. Put it on a LinkedIn, share some point on that, like what are the problems you have covered, what are the problems you have resolved in your project, what are the technologies that you have used, that kind of stuff, and create a video of that and post it on LinkedIn. So that kind of stuff is a more useful. If you are a student, if you are working professional, you are earning money, you can invest it. There's nothing wrong in that. Even AWS certification have value across the world. It doesn't matter like which kind of certification, which kind of certification you have did. Like it's nothing about like AWS specific. You can give any kind of any public platform certification, like Azure is there, GCP is there, but AWS is leading from the past 8 to 9 years. So it's good to you will get plenty of opportunity in the AWS as compared to any different kind of cloud platform. So that's kind of story of mine, and that kind of advice for the student. Yeah.
What is your university?
Yeah, my university name is Gujarat Technical University, GTU. It's not
Okay.
that much, kind of. It's a tier three basically, tier three college. I have studied in it. It's not something like tier two or tier one IIT or anything. It's a basic college, or not that kind of. And even in the college also we are not have that kind of the exposure that other college students people other college students have, like the different kind of mindset, like do something different or any kind of thing. And although we have the DSC group, developer student group, the developer student club, and in that we are getting some kind of different knowledge from outside of our college curriculum or something like that. Yeah.
Maybe because you are from Prime Minister country, Prime Minister state, that influence is there on you. That is the reason you wanted to be productive and constructive.
Yeah, that's you can say. Even for being Gujarati, it's something like it's a rare thing. Like we often from the people who are from the Gujarat or specifically from the Surat, from the Diamond City, we don't want to do. Typically, we don't want to do a job. We want to create some businesses or we want to do something our own. But I am kind of I have choose something different. Like I want to learn from how you can actually develop end-to-end product with the cloud and and to gain experience. After that, I will look for creating my own company or joining the AWS or something like that.
But being just 23, you having this kind of thinking is great, man. You are coming out of the comfort zone. You are taking, you wanted to learn something new, and you're searching for the opportunities wherever you get something that to learn, you're going there. But that is an inspiring thing. Not everybody will do that.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Even like what give me the more satisfaction. Like it's worth it. Even the Sunday, I'm wake up early in the 6 in the morning and going for the meetup at 7 o'clock. That's kind of people. Like if I am a college student, we know that like we want to getting more sleep on Sunday or the weekend. Like we don't want to attend the early morning session, but I have gone for the events even in the 7 a.m. and went for the 7-10 kilometer outside from my where I live, where is my house is located. So it's going to be worth it over the period of time. It's not that suddenly happened like I have attended 5 to 6 meetup and I got something new and I have learned all this thing. It's something that like if you are someone like I even let me tell you the one of the truth. Like even the third after passing, as I said, after passing my third year, I don't know, like it's not something like interesting me. Like it's not sound interesting for me. I'm not exploring anything. But attending different people's events, attending different kind of mindset of the people, I came to know about different things. I have spent some a few times on each of them, and after that, I have compiled like okay, like this is something I want to explore. It's not something like one day I sleep and next day in the morning I got like okay, I want to learn the cloud. It's not something like happens. The most effective way to find out what you love or what you are interested in into it's that like trying different things, and eventually you will know about what you like. What do you say? What are your thoughts on it?
Definitely, a lot of people who are watching this video from anywhere on this planet will, understand what you're saying, which is 100% truth. Coming out from the bowl and seeing what is there outside, that actually makes you to learn more things. You will see, okay, this is there, this I don't know. You will know that a lot of things, and yeah, this is very good quality that you have.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, and what are the different kind of question? You said like you have the different kind of question you have listed, or what are that?
Yeah,
We
but if you share your screen, even our audience will see. I will ask questions. You show me some. I will ask few questions like how to create machine and how to what or what. I will ask by seeing the services.
it's good to share my screen, but currently I have joined from the phone. As I said, like my laptop is getting hanged. Let me check again if it is
Okay.
working.
Okay.
And let me share you two or three different AWS student programs. Like people can get benefit from that, or student can benefit from that. Like there is one program called Alexa Influencer. Have you heard about Alexa? Like many of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So AWS have their Alexa Influencer program in which student, the kind of student they promote their businesses or the Alexa thing in the college, and meanwhile they can create some kind of events for the Alexa, like how to create a skill, what do you mean by skill, how you can leverage the ability to voice products, because voice is everywhere now. If you look at the different kind of thing, everything is going by our voice. So that kind of programs are also there. If you are in college, apply for the AWS Alexa influencer, and you will get the mentorship from the AWS people. You will able to attend their personalized events, and that kind of learning you can share with your peers. So that kind of programs is also there. Second, AWS program is like AWS uh, student ambassador. In that, they are promoting the AWS Educate platform. Let me tell you one more great platform to learn about AWS free. Like there is something called AWS Educate. If you search on that and if you create an account into that, AWS Educate have 25 plus different kind of roles with the structured learning. I mean, like, if you want to be a solution architect, what are the things or what are the qualities you need to have, as a solution architect? They are giving the learning opportunities by creating a different kind of role. So you get the structured learning of, like, if you want to be a cloud support associate guy, what are the key things or what are the areas you can, you have to look for. Or they are basically providing free, it's a free platform. That's AWS initiative to create a cloud force for the next generation. So you might also want to check out for AWS Educate platform. So there is also a very good learning resource. It's also free, and you just have to,
Uncle.
yeah,
Yeah,
you you just have to create that account with the your college or school identity card, and it's
I
valid
will.
I think for 3 to 4 years. So you might definitely want to check it out. Okay,
I
so
will put. I'll put all the links in the description of this video. People who find our video will find the links.
yeah, great. Let me check.
So, how you came to know? Is there any person or any uh, you know person who is influencing you or motivating you to do this tech?
Yeah, I'm always grateful for the three people. So they helped me to get started. The number one is Dhaval Nagar sir, who is a AWS, a serverless hero. He is from my Surat city. He's also a community organizer for the Surat city. So I have get in touch with that, and I got the job from him. He's a founder of the F Gambit company. And one
Wow.
more interesting thing is I don't have to give any kind of interview for getting a job. He knows that I'm attending the different events, and he also know that I'm interested into that. So one day he told me that, hey, we are having one opportunity, or we are having the one position for the cloud engineer, if you are interested. So I said, why not? If I'm getting opportunity in my own city, I don't have to move to the another city. Why to go anywhere else? So I
Yeah.
started, okay, and we just I don't need to give the interview as well. I even asked them. I even asked him, like, why not to take my interview? He said, like, meeting 3 to 4 times, it's enough to know about the people. So
Okay.
we don't require the interview as well. So that's how I got
Nice,
my first internship as well.
nice man.
So the number one is Dhaval Nagar sir. Second number is Sandeep Das sir. He is from the Kolkata, and he's also AWS container hero. And I got the mentorship from the January 2020 for 1 month, like what I have to do, what I want to do in my career, and that kind of the advice is for me. Practical advice is for me. What is the structured learning path for learning any cloud platform? And the third person is Chirag Nair, sir. I met him in the GDG. Uh, suppose Devfest 2019 in Bombay, in Mumbai. I met him. He's currently working in Singapore, cloud pre-sales manager. He also helped me with the different kind of advices as well. So these kind of people I recommend to. I will also share the link of them, like how to connect them over the LinkedIn or
Yeah,
anywhere.
yeah, yeah. I will share those links, and they are very proud. They are watching you now.
uh, my laptop is still not working well. Like, how would I share my screen? Suppose. So, is there any kind of different question like outside from the? We can do that kind of session later on as well. So even
Okay.
I am also looking for the people who are helping me to create the content for the students. Like, what are the fundamentals things
Yeah,
that people should know? Like
correct.
creating the basic stuff, or basic services. Like what should the people know instead of just going for the rat race, like
Yeah.
rat race for the passing the certification.
Yeah. So you want me to ask orally?
Orally, it will be good because I'm not able to share my screen now because my
Okay.
laptop
We'll
is.
do that other time when you feel comfortable.
Yeah, yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, I'm also finding
Yeah.
people who are interested into that, like creating the content. And you are also interested, and you are also learning about a solution architect.
Yeah.
So we will share our knowledge. It's good.
Yeah, I have a website also where I'm writing the content. There's a solution. I'm learning and I'm writing that. And
Yeah, that's
from people like you, already I did a video with. If you have seen my another YouTube channel, that is where this video I want to put, which is completely tech. First video I did with Pakistani cloud engineer
mm-hmm.
woman. She wears some burqa and she talked with me for 2 hours.
Oh, great.
Yeah, she knows all the services.
That's great. I mean, AWS provide 150 plus services after the reinvent 2020, and the people, the sir I'm talking about, Dhaval Nagar sir. If you know that AWS have the 12 or 13 certification, total certification, he cleared all the certificate. Apart
Yeah,
from that, he is also certified in GCP and Kubernetes and Docker and all that stuff. And so he's also sharing that, like whenever he start his session, he shared that even I have certified in all the certification. AWS is like an ocean. No one can say that I am the master of it because 150 plus services are in there. And even if you look at the EC2, the EC2 have the in-depth of, you can imagine like how
yeah,
many kind of instance you can create, like from T2.nano to different kind of family to all the t-shirt size like nano to
correct.
micro and large and M large. And so he also shared that like it's still day one for him. Like it's not about something like AWS you can master all over all the services, but you can create your mastery in the one segment, two segment, or the multi segment. Like having expertise in compute, having expertise in database, networking, security and compliance, or all kind of shit. If you are mastering that kind of particular segment, it will be good. Like if you are starting with something, that's what I learned from them. Like instead of focusing on all the services, start with the basic one. Start with the fundamental services like VPC, RDS, EC2, S3, IIM is one of the important services. These kind of services are asked in each certification. Doesn't matter if you are giving exam for the AWS CCP or the specialty one. So if you have learned once, you can get benefit from all the time because it will keep asking on the each certification. So this kind of stuff I would suggest it. If you are someone who are new, focus on the fundamental or the core services, and eventually by learning that, including one by one into your project, or that's how you can learn practical way. Yeah, that's
So
I want to say.
yeah, so cloud practitioner, how many services? Starting with the, you start with the basic. What is cloud and why we need cloud and why cloud came and what was the situation before cloud?
Hmm. So do you want me to cover that? Like what do you
Yeah,
mean? Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
definitely. So look, let me share you the AWS story, like Amazon Web Services. Like I read from somewhere, or I heard from somewhere. Like we know the Amazon, right? Amazon,
yeah,
Amazon have their e-commerce worldwide,
yeah,
business. So they need to create the infrastructure all over the across the world to get his services all the time available.
Yeah.
So what they did, they did the very smartly. Like they know that on the particular region or the particular area, they are not utilizing all the resources they have, implemented. Like they have created different data center all over the world to maintain his service or maintain their e-commerce business, right?
Yeah.
So in the meanwhile, in the free time, they know that this is not all the resources they are getting used for the specific time or the specific region. They need that kind of full infrastructure or kind of that. And apart from that, they know they are underutilizing their resources. So they come up with a very smart model, the pay as you go model. Like they have reserved their own infrastructure for the capacity for the maximum use. Like they don't need to give apart from that resources pool. So whatever the rest of the resources across the world in the region or infrastructure they have built, they come up with the pay as you go model. It's basically a rental model. So if you are using, I mean, let's start with what do you mean by cloud? Cloud is not something. It's obviously there from the long time, but the way we utilize the compute resources. What are the compute resources? Basically, compute resources are three kind of compute resources. So, sorry, compute, not compute, computer resources. I would say the number one is compute, second one is storage, and third one is network. Compute, we need that for processing our basic stuff or doing our CPU level stuff. Like we know what do we mean by CPU, right? Then
Yeah.
second stuff we need storage. Storage we need to store for the persistent storage. We need to keep our data, and we also have the RAM and non-volatile data or some kind of storage is also there. And the network we need for the connecting or connecting other devices or to use of internet. These are all the basic fundamental of the compute resources, right? So in the pay as you go model, what they have did, these are the compute resources they have started giving on the renting. Like meaning that if you want to use a compute resources, they will charge you only for the hours of you have used. Like
Okay.
if you use for the 1 hour, you will only have to pay it for 1 hour. So obviously before the cloud, what the companies have to face, like if you want they let me give you a simple example, and which is very famous one. If you are preparing for the cloud, you will get some in this kind of example in each course, I would say. Like if you have like e-commerce business, and on a Friday you know that okay, the Black Friday is coming on, or Good Friday is coming on, and your sale will be going higher than your normal sales, right? So you wanted to, maintain your services to handle that kind of load into on the Good Friday or that kind of specific day, right? So what you have to do previously before the cloud, like you have to, request for the typical cloud providers, physical server providers. They come up with within 2 week or 1 week. Then you have to maintain the one dedicated person,
Server. Yeah.
person to maintain the server, to install the rack space and drivers and loading up power supply
Yeah.
and all that stuff you have to manage.
Yeah.
And after the one day sale is gone, you don't need that kind of particular servers, because your
Okay.
usual sales are up to you have your fixed kind of resources. They can handle it kind of load. You just
Yeah.
need for one day install all that kind of stuff. So instead of doing that kind of stuff, what cloud has done, like they are providing to within a click of the infrastructure. Within a second, you can create the AWS EC2 or any kind of compute resources or any kind of different kind of instances you want to create, right? And you
Yeah.
will tear down within the next second if you don't need them.
Yeah.
Benefit of that, like you don't need to pay initially to getting started with your businesses. You have to, and you only have to pay for what you have used, the number of hours. Instead of owning the resources, you are just using by renting. It's a smart way to use utilizing your money. And
Yeah.
companies don't have to put their money initially, and even they don't know whether their business will run or not, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that kind of big benefit over there. to using a cloud. Second thing is auto scaling and that kind of stuff. Like previously, what happened? Like if you have the physical servers, you might have to configure all the kind of stuff to handle the different kind of resources. You have to need one guy to maintain that kind of handle or networking kind of stuff. Like you need to uh, it's not happen automatically. You have to create it, like maintain for the traffic handling or kind of stuff. In the any cloud platform, you have the auto scaling or kind of stuff that will what will happen over there. If your workload or if your traffic is increased over the particular instance, and if you have configured the auto scaling group, they will automatically create instances for you. Your traffic get handled over the instances and automatically tear down your instances when your traffic is good. So you are utilizing the maximum efficiency of your resources, and you are only paying for what kind of resources you have paid over the time. So that kind of traffic handling. And we know that, like Hotstar, Netflix, or any streaming platform, we are streaming on like 1080p or 720p, right? And if you remember in the World Cup matches or any kind of a specific event, the traffic gone into billions of views, like 250
Yeah,
crores of live
yeah,
viewers on a single particular platform. Look at the
yeah,
infrastructure they have to manage if they are using the physical services. So they
yeah,
are basically only one or another way in the cloud platform. So they don't have to worry about scaling part or handling
yeah.
the traffic. You will never find out that Hotstar is facing due to the certain amount of traffic, right?
Correct, correct.
On the different sides, if even I have faced kind of when I when our university declares results, and then we want to find out our
Yeah, yeah,
result.
correct, correct,
Typically, our site cannot handle thousand only the thousand of hand traffic over there. So
correct.
just look at the difference. Even though
Yeah,
our university is also using the AWS, but there are different kind of responsibility model. A certain responsibility comes under the customer part, and certain responsibility comes to the cloud provider. So they are using that kind of model. And so
okay.
this just want to give the overview of like why the cloud is needed. So cloud is not something on a nutshell, a cloud is not something they are doing differently. They are just giving a different way to use computer resources like storage, networking, and computer, or different kind of services they provide. Second thing, like there are obviously many companies or the startup or any kind of small companies are using the cloud services because they don't have to pay for initially for their businesses, like the infra. They can focus on their business part instead of managing the infrastructure, right? So this kind of summary I want to give for that question. Did you get the answer? Did I miss something?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. This is for the beginner who will be
Yeah,
watching this video. This is for the beginner. And first time he's entering, he came to the cloud and you already said why cloud and what is the benefits of cloud and what is there before cloud and what is after cloud. So you already gave the example, the university example. I'm sure every student connects with it. Every definitely. And uh, so after entering, is how to create a AWS account. I have a business. I want to start a business now. I want to start a business. I have some employees. I want to. You said that before we used to have the physical, things, but that used to consume a lot of time and cost. So you said that AWS came and it is providing you the service and it is allowing you to put only time on your business, not on on the physical things. You just put how to expand your business, how to manage your business, not on the the technical part. Right? So not all customers knows they are not tech people, right? They just want to use the resources. They don't want to get into all those things, right? It is AWS came and it saved a lot of time and money of a business owner.
yeah.
And
So he
yeah,
got his first mover advantage. They come up with the first, and they get the benefit from that. there are other people, there are other cloud platform are also copying them, or
Okay.
doing that kind of business, but still they are behind, because it's having the first mover advantage. Like they come up with the first one, so they will get the benefit most.
Okay. So so firstly, I came here, I started learning, AWS. So I am the business owner. So what should I do? I came to you.
Okay. So if you are a startup guy, or if you are someone who are using, if you want to plan for some small kind of businesses, like you might want to, reach out to people. If you like, there are things that you can also manage. It's not something like the non-tech people, they cannot manage. They also can manage. But if you are someone who are, able to have that kind of money, that you can put something to actually a guy who can manage all your stuff, like AWS, a simple, if you are if you can pay someone who knows the AWS, your, I would say your 50% of, the like managing and deploying stuff will be done. You just have to, hire a someone, or you can learn. If you are a small group of person, or if you are someone who don't have the money, you can learn by own yourself. It doesn't, it's not that much hard, I would say. Anyone can learn it. And if you are someone like who can pay or who can hire someone, it would be best to go for, I would highly suggest. And second one, if you are someone who don't able to hire someone, just learn the basic stuff and learn the cost kind of stuff, like how the cost is working. So because let me give you a one example. Like if you have create an instance, they are basically, giving the renting, as I said. So if you forget to tear down that instances, your amount of the bill getting charged in dollars, and by
Yeah.
hours, you don't we even usually we are, we tend to, as a human being, we tend to make mistake, right? Sometimes we forget like what we have created. So if you are initially begin with your crowd, if you want to create your own account, I would highly suggest go with the first two prerequisite. First is set up a budget, like $2, $1, $3, it could be anything. And second thing is the CloudWatch alarm. So if you
Okay.
have if you have created these two things, you will be, notified. Like budget will be used to forecasting the your budget. Like if you have set the $1 budget and you are using the cloud resources, and in the billing dashboard, you will, get the, you can set the SNS, or you can get the mail if you, and they will work on the forecasting. Like it's not you have already used, but before the month you will get the idea of like what kind of my, monthly budget will be, or how much amount of dollar I have to spend if I continually using this kind of resources I have configured. So number one thing is forecast. Number two is CloudWatch alarm. So let's say if you have set $1 budget, and your resources already use $1 budget, like $1 credit, or anything that they can, you need to pay the $1, right? So if you are using after the $1, after the $1 budget, and if you are still using the that kind of services or instances, you will get notified via the email like, hey, your what I said, like alarm, just how the alarm works. Like if you set the 4 a.m. alarm, exactly 4 a.m., you will get notified like, okay, it's morning in the 4 a.m., right? That kind of stuff is also happen in the AWS. If you can configure the CloudWatch alarm, like specifically on they can also provide, the kind of limit you can set. Okay, if you have already used this amount of dollar, you will get notified over the email. So these kind of two prerequisite I highly suggest if you are creating your own account. After that, once you have set your budget and creating your alarm, you can look for like what kind of my workload is. AWS is something that provide, it's a huge, they provide numbers of services, right? So you have to choose like what kind of workload or what kind of application or web application I am planning for. Based upon that, I will look for the certain services. Okay, my workload is, let's say I want to use a relational database or NoSQL database. So I will search about like what kind of different AWS services provide. for the NoSQL databases or the SQL databases. Once I get the list of services, I will look for what will the best services I can get start with, or what are the some of the basic services I can get started, right? So number one is thing. Number two is find out the cost of that. Like AWS also, and all, I'm not specific. I don't have. I'm not promoting AWS, by the way, because I use AWS often. So that's why I'm taking the example of that. It's not something like GCP or Azure is bad. I'm just putting the context over like how the any cloud platform will work. That kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the beginner, came to AWS and he started studying. So, what is the first service that he need to study or understand?
Or understand, as I said, the
First
pre
one.
once you did the prerequisite like the budget and the CloudWatch alarm, then you can look for the core services. Core services, I would suggest that IAM, Identity and Access Management. It's
Okay.
looks simple, but it's very essential to know about it, because all in the all AWS platform or any cloud platform, what kind of different people have the access, what are people, what are specifically, what can a user can do, what a role can do, what kind of different accesses for the particular service. It's very important to know. So number one is IIM, then you can go for the VPC,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
IIM, VPC. In VPC, it's also a lot of things like a cider block, how you can create a cider block, or how you can get number of IP. You have to calculate that, right? It's a
Okay.
specifically they cider. I think I know when there is a site, they can give you, if you put IP addresses range, they can give you how many, the number of IP you will get, and how many numbers of reserved IPs are there. But if you
Okay.
know that how you can calculate, so you will get the basic fundamental idea like how this particular things is work. So number one is that inside the VPC there are route tables, security groups, uh, what I can say, the internet gateway, net gateway, this kind of stuff will keep coming in all the certification and in all the learning phase. Like no matter what you will use, you need to configure the security group, VPC. So this kind of, so basically I'm giving the list of the core services. Like first
Okay.
you can start with IIM, then VPC, then EC2, S3 is there. If you want to look for the SQL services. Then RDS is there. NoSQL for DynamoDB is very popular. Or DocumentDB you can choose if you want to use a MongoDB kind of flavor. If you want to use, then
Okay.
you have to use DocumentDB in the AWS, right? Then S3 is there in the networking part. Sorry, and S3 alone, S3 can do a lot of things if you know. They can give you the static hosting. They can use for number of number of different kind of use case. They have the different storage class as well. So all comes to the cost part, like how to utilizing the services they can, you can utilize with the minimum of the cost. That's what you ultimately want, right? So understanding the cost structure of this kind of services, it's very important. And it's if you understand fundamentally from the very beginning, it's a very it's a good to know thing. And second thing is AWS is providing free tier.
Yeah.
Free tier means yeah. So free tier means what? They are giving the certain services in a certain conditions. For that you will not getting charged. Like let's say EC2 for example, if you want to use any services, make the habit of this kind of practice. Like search the services and use the word free tier. So you will get the first link of like EC2 free tier or S3 free tier, any kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Once you click on that, so in the free tier, they have put the certain condition for the certain services. Like EC2 for the not the all instance type you are getting free. For the
Okay.
EC2, T2 Nano, T3 Micro, only two kind of instances are free. So
Okay.
likewise, if you want to use any services like the cloud front, let's say, or RDS, or for the all the and if you are a beginner, I would say free tier is more than sufficient to create all your practical demos or any kind of stuff. if you use very specifically and condition wise, like if you know the particular service is condition, okay, what they are offering in the free tier, and if you use, it will be more than enough. You don't have to pay anything outside of the free tier.
Okay, how many services you know? You learn.
I would say I learn in the CCP. I have learned a variety of services, but in the very brief. But in the day-to-day basis, I use S3,
Okay.
VPC, and
Hmm.
kind of EC2. So I am, it's more about like once you get the basic overview of all the different segment languages, start learning on what you are using on a day-to-day basis. Like what are the
Okay.
services you need to know in detail by for using a what for using on a day-to-day. So I would say I am still learning. AWS is putting every day something new. They are creating every day, right? If you look
Yeah.
at the AWS Q or something called, they are putting on the Sunday also. They are you know
Correct. Correct.
exploring and keep experimenting. So
Correct.
it's to know about what you are using on a daily basis. Keep looking for that. Currently, I am using SBPC, IIM also. I am still learning,
Okay.
and EC2 is there. RDS
Okay.
also I used some time back, and DynamoDB is also there. And yeah, the I am also interested in the company we are using. We are sorry in the company we are having a serverless project. So I would highly suggest, once you are get comfortable with the core services, start exploring serverless services or serverless framework. So it's kind of like we already know about like front end. For we are using, if the JavaScript, there are the React.js, AngularJS. In the back end we have Node.js, Express. Likewise for the serverless framework, for the serverless, we have the serverless framework, and AWS officially provide AWS SAM, right?
Okay.
Serverless application model or something like that. So
Yeah.
if you explore serverless framework, it will that will give you a edge over what the other people are doing. So let me give you the brief about the serverless framework. Serverless framework is a one point for handling all your serverless infrastructure. Like there, you need to familiar with the YAML structure. Like they're in the under the hood, they're using the YAML file. You have to create a YAML file for creating your resources. Like one another core service, I would say API gateway is also there, because we mostly generally use the REST API. So getting flavored of it, you need to know about API gateway as well. So that is also there. In the serverless framework, you can create numbers of things. Like you can start with how to create AWS basic Lambda. Like Lambda is
Okay.
also there.
Yeah.
Lambda, how you can configure Lambda, how you can put your REST APIs in the Lambda using API gateway. Then, and serverless framework is under the hood using the CloudFront template. Like what they did, if you there are certain commands to deploy your stack or a serverless project into the AWS. You don't need to by clicking the services and uploading your project and something like that. You just have to put something in the you have to install AWS CLI. And once you install that AWS CLI, you can put some certain amount, certain kind of commands, and your stack will be deployed in AWS. So in under the hood, serverless framework use the CloudFront, and in that one project, in the one serverless framework, you can create multiple infrastructure, and you can use multiple services, and handle via just one framework or one project. Like if you create like if you have created AWS account, and let's say you have created 10 different AWS Lambda, right? And
Yeah.
on the other side you have created API gateway, and you are
Yeah.
using different kind of requests like get, post, put, and all that. So it's difficult to bit of managing. Like once you log in the AWS, it's difficult to manage. So it's better to have one place for managing all your infrastructure or all your resources. So for that, serverless framework is highly suggested, I would say. Like keep exploring that as well, because serverless is getting much more popularity. So this kind of stuff you can learn. And for adding your for adding your higher value, I would say learn about the Docker as well. But eventually, start with one any basic programming that you are comfortable in. It could be JavaScript, Python, Java, or any of that. Learn about one language, then start cloud, different core services, and start with the structured learning. Using that programming language and using the cloud services, create the basic project. Or if even if you look at the even if you look at the YouTube, or if you are just search about like any particular services, if you use the word getting started, AWS will give you lots of tutorial and easy to easy way to consume that services in a brief. So let's say if you want to know about AWS EC2, so you can use like EC2 getting started. So once you search about that, you will get plenty of resources to learn about that.
So you did a cloud practitioner certification.
Yeah.
What is it about?
Sorry.
It is about
Hello.
what is cloud practitioner AWS cloud practitioner certification exam?
Okay. So let me share you that details. Like I mean, you want me to cover the what are the different syllabus for the AWS
Yeah,
CCP, or what is the exam structure of the AWS CCP or any cloud certification?
exam structure and what are the things that
What are the key
a
areas
beginner,
basically?
yeah, what a beginner should learn to get that certification?
Okay. So as you know, or as the any public cloud provider has their own certification, AWS have the 12 or 13 till now certification you can get certified in. AWS CCP is a fundamental certificate that I mean that that focuses on the four basic part, like what do we mean by cloud, what are the different cloud services, what is the cost structure, and like it is more suitable for the business person, like the sales guy or something. It's not that much technical. In the CCP they are not, it's not that much difficult to pass, I would say. But it's good to, many people skip the AWS CCP as well, they are directly go with the associate certification. That's nothing wrong in that. Previously AWS used to have, let me give you the basic another what I can say, the category. Found for the foundational certificate, AWS have the AWS CCP, like Certified Cloud Practitioner. For the associate level, they have the three different certificates, like the Solution Architect, Developer, and CSOP certification. After that, they have the professional certification, like DevOps and Solution Architect Professional, right? And one after that, there are 6 or 7 specialty certificate, different from
Right.
security, databases, and
Yeah.
all kind of stuff. So if you are
Yeah.
a beginner, you might want to start with, I would suggest that either you can start with AWS CCP, or or if you want to directly go for the associate, start with the solution architect. So in the AWS CCP specifically, there are exam structure wise, there are 65 or 67 questions in the exam. The cost of the exam depends on your, the kind of certificate you have choose. If you choose the foundational certificate, let's say you have choose AWS CCP, you have to pay the $100 for the just attempting the exam. And
Okay.
for the certification also, they need 70% or more for qualified to you for getting the certificate. And the exam score is around 1000, and you need to score more than 700, and for the associate one you need to score more than 750 or plus. So once you, okay, so that is the total score. Then type of question will be the MCQ, multiple choice question, and the multi choice question are there. Like for the one particular answer, you need to select 2 or 3 right answer, and there is another type of question like you have multiple choice question. They give you 4 to 5 options, and and out of them you have to choose one particular answer
Answer.
that will be right.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is kind of the exam structure and the exam fee for the AWS CCP. And for the AWS CCP, if you know AWS is provide they provide a PDF kind of stuff. If you search for AWS training and certification for AWS CCP, they will give you the PDF. Inside they're covering all the they're listing all the type of areas that will the question will come from,
Would be
and
okay.
exam guide. Yeah, basically exam guide they will give you. So inside all the details are there if you want to look for the specifically any certification. And for the CCP, I would say it's not that much hard. Anyone can go with that. Just prepare for 1 month or even 2 3 weeks are more than sufficient if you go for the AWS CCP. For the associate, depends on your current AWS knowledge. Like you can spend 1 month or 1.5 month as well for preparation. After once your preparation is done, like preparation in terms of I would say consuming the courses, doing all the practical demos, and after that give the practice exam.
Okay.
Practicing exam is very important or very essential to maximize your chance for getting passed in the particular certification. And all the AWS or any kind of cloud platform have exam pattern of like initially if you have start the exam, first 5 to 7 question will be the very hard, I would say, for something like which you have never covered or you have not heard in the course or anything. So you might they want to basically test for your initial like how
Okay.
you are kind how you are being or what is your mindset. So it's good to start with CCP, I would say, but if you want to skip, it's even possible. Like previously they have the dependency. Like if you want to go for the associate, you need to pass CCP, and if you want to go for the professional, you need to pass associate. But now they have removed the dependency. You can choose independently any certification based upon your learning. And they initially check for your willpower, like how you are made from. So getting if you are starting with AWS CCP, you will get the idea of how the AWS exam will be. So it will be benefit for you if you are giving the second time exam. You are already know that what kind of exam structure, what kind of environment is there. So people may start from the associate, but it's your choice, man. It's your choice. Like you can start with CCP or you can start with associate as well.
So you
And
cleared the exam for the first time.
yeah,
You cleared the exam for the first time that you attempted.
sorry.
You cleared the exam for the first time.
Yeah, I have cleared the AWS CCP in the first attempt. Everyone can, I would say, 90 to 95% can clear the AWS exam within one attempt. But if you are if you are trying for the professional one, I have seen the people who have tried 3 times, 3 exam attempts to pass the professional certification. And even exam structure will be also something like for the associate, you need to pay 150 US dollar for just getting the exam attempt. And for the specialty and the professional level, it's 300 US dollar per one exam attempt. So
Okay.
it's a higher, I would say. Like even if you are prepared well, you did all the things right, it's still possible you might fail. And it's nothing wrong in that. People are also sharing that they have failed in the exam. That's nothing wrong in that, because the exam you will be taking or you will be attempting, it's not something university exam like you will learn in the last 2 3 weeks and you just pass in the next upcoming week. It's something that requires practical knowledge, practical class. And now recently what happens, like here and there people are getting certified. They have the knowledge, or without the knowledge they are just using the courses and they are just passing the exam. So AWS have decided like creating a little bit tougher for the exam, like putting practical questions are more as compared to before. And now they're the beta exams are also there for the CSOP. What they're currently doing is they're also now their exam pattern also kind of changed for the CSOPs. For the beta exam currently I'm talking about, Like they are asking a particular set of practical demos you need to perform for the exam.
Okay.
Like they are now they are going into that kind of level, and eventually they want to do for all the certification as well, because now people are even not that much of experienced people, and they are just giving after doing the course, and they are just giving the professional certification and passing them. So ultimately the AWS or any cloud platform certification value is decreasing, because more and more people are just mug up and just doing the certification and passing the things. So they need to reevaluate how the exam patterns will be. So they are kind of doing this kind of stuff.
So you didn't said what exactly the questions will be. I mean, it will be about the practitioner exam will be about the services or
Yeah,
how to
for
create instance or like that.
yeah, for the CCP, I would say they are what I can say. They are not going into that much technical. Like, what are the steps to create AWS EC2 instances? They are just checking your briefly knowledge over the cloud computing terms. Like, what are the 6 cloud computing? They have the what I can say, the principle or kind of stuff. So they are asking on that, and the most their focus on the AWS CCP, that topic is cost part. It's very essential to know the cost part of the many of the different services, and on a whole, they are asking a very briefly. They are not, particularly. I used to, have the misconception over that. Like, I need to remember all the pricing details of the each services. Like, what will be the EC2 pricing for the 1 hour? What will be this kind of instance I have the. So this is not something they are asking. They are basically checking your concept. Like, they are practical scenario based question they are asking. Like, if you are a solution architect, or if you are a cloud guy and your company want to migrate some of the resources, so what will be the S3 classes, or what will be the EC2 types will be good to save the cost, or this kind of practical based scenario the question can ask in the AWS CCP also.
Even for the associate level also.
Even for the associate level also. But for the associate, they will go a little bit, deep dive. For the CCP, it's not something like that, going that much in detail. Just and the saving plans are also there. It is also one of the whole topic for the AWS CCP, like a different kind of saving plans. Not the saving plan; it's a support plan, like the basic business enterprise level. What are the features available according to particular plan? So that kind of things they might ask in the AWS CCP, and you will get more idea if you give any kind of practice test. What is the most benefit of the practice test? In the reasoning, they are also, once you did with the practice test, they will give you the reason for the particular question, like why the 3 options are wrong and why the particular one answer is right. So by knowing that what are the wrong option, by knowing the reasons of them, it will be more benefit from you. It will be more benefit for you, because the real exam don't have the similar question. Yes, they have the similar concept of that question, but if you know how to eliminate that particular wrong answer, like if you have the reasoning, and if you want to increase your odds of getting passed, you might want to check out some of the few services, effectives, frequently asked questions. In that, it will be a lot more benefit for you if you are, even if you are preparing for the support, if for the associate or the CC for any of certification.
What about the jobs and the salaries?
Yeah, that's a hot topic, I would say, because in Gujarat, I would say that's not, if you like, there are many organization or firm, they declare the cloud professional services, professionals salary or something, but they in terms they cover in terms of the US economy and US present salaries, right? So if you compare with that, yeah, it's even higher than our founder salary. Like, if you are comparing from the US cloud professional certificate professional, so you have to look for, like, what is the best base salary in the, you might if you are working in a firm, like any AWS or Infosys or any kind of company that will use AWS, and it's a multi-level company, then you will get your benefit. Your pay range will be higher. But in the Gujarat, we don't have that much kind of salary level. We we don't get that much. But if we shift our if we relocate them in the Bangalore, Karnataka, and Pune is also there, Bombay is also there, Delhi is also there. So in these kind of places you will get the higher salaries, and the job opportunities are also more. So if you are certified, or even if you are not certified, you have something to show within your project. You might want to check out the APN partner. So APN partner, what they do AWS partner network. Basically, AWS provides businesses and helping the businesses to that companies to getting the projects and all kind of stuff. So if you search for the APN partners in the nearby your city, you can find out list of the companies. You can apply over there, and APN partners should have for getting that title you need a certified professional, like minimum number of people you need to get that kind of APN title. So you might want to apply there. If you are certified, you can look for that kind of company, and they always in a need of that kind of certified professional. So, and plus, having said that, if you have the programming knowledge and plus cloud knowledge, your salary will be much higher than any other professional. And the best part of that you can get a chance to work in any startup as well, because startup is also getting started with almost any public cloud provider. Like, they are not using the different technologies or that. They are also using startup. So if you can get the opportunity to work in a startup. AWS is also there, and many of APN partners are there. So plenty of opportunities for any people who learn the cloud technology. And there are different roles, I would say. Let me clarify a few of the roles. Currently, I am working as a cloud engineer. What does cloud engineer do? Cloud engineer is responsible for building project, like building the end-to-end web projects, and deploying also it comes under it's under in it's in the responsibility. Like, I'm a full stack cloud developer, I would say. Like, I'm handling the front end also, back end also, and deploying part also. So cloud engineer, the responsibility has all the SD responsibility plus the cloud deployment responsibility and all kind of stuff. Another one of the most popular profile is DevOps profile. DevOps is a bit of different profile, I would say. They are mainly creating the infrastructure and handling the CI/CD part, like creating the pipeline, deploying the pipeline, and all kind of stuff. Another profile is site reliability. This kind of roles, Google have lots of profile for the site reliability engineer. They are handling the traffic and kind of stuff. Then support profiles is also there. If you are a college student and a fresher, and if you want to build your what I can say career in the cloud, AWS have the freshers opening for the cloud roles as well, the support role. If you want to start with the cloud support associate, eventually you will might have the promotional or opportunities to become like solution architect, operation manager, subject matter expert, or kind of stuff. And AWS have lots of in India we have lots of opportunity for the AWS cloud support associate and the support engineers as well. Basically, their responsibility is to handle the enterprise level questions and their problems and need to resolve or some kind of stuff. It's not like the telephonic or some kind of we all customer role kind of stuff. It's a technical role, and it's also very valuable if you want. If and like, I have the urge to become a full-time solution architect over the period of time. So I'm also looking for that kind of opportunity, and experiencing like creating and all kind of stuff in a good way. So these are the different kind of profiles you can look for.
So there are 12 to 13 certifications are there, right? So what is the duration of that certificate? How much it is? 2 years or 1 year?
Like if you follow the AWS, what I can say, the experience level, they are also mentioning there for the each certification. They are mentioning the the number, the kind of experience of years or month. For the CCP, they are mentioning like around 6 months of experience. For the associate, they are mentioning around 1 to 2 years of hands-on experience, and for the professional, more than that, like 3 years or something. But people not following all the, it's not necessary you have to follow the AWS guidelines, right? People are doing the AWS CCP, and within the next 6 months or 3 4 months, they are also preparing for the associate. They just go for the next certification. It's completely fine. It depends on how much you are able to grasp within the time. It's like I used to have have the different mindset for the certification, and after I have joined the firm, and I have the mentor, my mentor, like the old sir. He said that it's not just important. It's not necessary. If you know the things, you can certify it within a month, 1 month. So focus on the practical learning part. Oh, it's okay to start with certification and structured learning, but by the time if you understand that the how the practical things work, it's more than sufficient. And if you then if you want to certified in any certification, it will be just matter of second. Because if you have work in the real projects, like this how the services work, how the ecosystem is work, so you will just certified within a 1 month or not, whatnot. So that's why I have, I'm also, I will be preparing for the associate certification within next 2 3 months. But I have did my first certification in January 2020, and look, it's March 2021. If I want to, give any associate exam, I can prepare within 1 month, and I can give, and hopefully I can pass as well. But I'm not in that much phase. I have, understand the essence that what is most important, understanding how things practically work. Certification is just it's important, but it's just eligibility criteria in the many of the job openings, and you might find out like associates level certification are good to have, or mandatory are also there. So it's just the entry barrier for getting into it in the experienced person or something like that. If you are a fresher, you don't need certification, I would say. I would highly suggest create something, use the cloud services, and show to the people. And this is more than enough. If you are certified, and if you have the budget, basically you might want to you can certify it. There's not, no one can stop you. And once you come into the experienced people category, like if let's say you have the associate certification, and you are going for a 2 to 3 years experience based profile, so they're not asking you the certification level question, they're asking you the real question. Because they know any people can now companies also know how people can certify it within the 2 or 1 month, or even without the practical knowledge of it. So they ask you the real question. So if you have learned the practical way, then only you will able to answer them. Like even I'm on my free time, I'm also looking for the what kind of question can ask in the solution architect or associate level architect. Then in the one video I have seen that like they are asking like, okay, like someone is replying that okay, for the handling, automatic handling, you are we can use the auto scaling part. Okay, so the interviewer is asking, okay, we have the features to create the auto scaling part, but who will pay for that cost? Auto scaling, nothing comes free, right? So
Yeah.
it's something you just know about the features, but you must have to know about how the cost part is work, how the practical things can work. So this
Okay.
might be useful, I would say.
What is the validity of the certification?
Yeah, I forget to mention, for the each certification, they are valid for 3 years. Like
3 years.
from the passing, once you pass, from then 3 years, you need, after the 3 years, you need to recertify for certification.
Fantastic. Nice man. I have completed all the questions in the time that you gave. It is 1 p.m. Now,
Okay.
yeah. So I think most of the questions that I wanted to ask, and you said more than what I asked. Actually, there's a lot of content in this. A lot of people, not only the beginners, also the people who are already working. They can get a lot of answers from whatever you said in this 1 hour 18 minutes of video.
Yeah, and it's a very pleasure to talking with you. You are also preparing. You know plenty of things already, but still you are listening very carefully and all that thing. That makes you a different people. You are
Yeah,
good human being, I would say.
yeah. Thank you,
In
man.
the
Thank you.
future, I would also looking forward to connect with you and creating more content in that particular segment. Like we can talk with that about that as well.
100%. I will be ready. Even if I'm in India or US or Canada, I will contact you. We'll be connected everywhere in the social uh, networks.
Yeah, and I would say thank you so much for this opportunity and having me. And yeah, due to some reason, I would, I care about the time and being punctuality, but due to some reasons, I was not able to, start on the given time. And I'm sorry for that. I'm again asking you the sorry. I'm
No problem, man. No problem. The way you said, made me forget about the time actually. You're very interested. I have gone through, in the beginning you said about yourself that is very, very inspiring. People like you may affect the newcomers who are coming out from the college and don't know what to do. You will just put a plant in their garden. That will grow. Even one of if they take one thought of yours that you said from this video, I will be successful, and that is the motive of me doing this kind of stuff. Not because of exploring. I just wanted to make somebody live. That is what I'm already earning. I have everything, but I want to give. I want to give something to the
giving back
planet.
to the community is one of the important things. Even in my initial days, I want to thanks a lot for the three people I have mentioned. So what they have told me, like Nirmal, we are just passing the information. In our time, someone else have did, and for our time, we are doing. So
Yeah.
exactly learning from that, I'm also doing. I'm will be grateful even if I have do the fraction of what they have did. So I'm also giving my best possible answer who have someone who have reached out me on LinkedIn, like because I know like how someone will have no idea in getting opportunity and working in that field. So how I exactly know what kind of help I got from the other people for the community. So I'm also want to do some kind of thing, or with due respect whatever the time I have or we have, we will do something for the community, obviously.
So this is what you are the first person from India who came out of I think I didn't do much with Indians because they don't come out from their comfort zone. Me, after doing 300 videos, even still they think, whether to be on, public or not. But, a Pakistani woman came, why not us? You took the initiative and you're the first person and Indian. I will put this video's title as this clip title as Indian cloud practitioner or Indian cloud engineer. Whatever you say, I will put with your name. Whoever will see. I have subscribers from US, UK, everywhere. They owns companies. They already have IT companies. I did. They're authors. They're
Mhm.
authors. Other than their technical stuff. In the After coming to home, they will write books. So like that, I have connections with them. They have subscribed, and 100% they will know that this Indians are not normal people. They're
Yeah,
multi-talented. They are like, they are
it
creative.
is some of the best organization in the world as well, right?
Yeah, they are telling that Indians have a lot of talent. So I'm sure you are one of it, and I'm sure when you start a company, don't forget to give an other interview for my other channel.
Yeah, no problem. No.
Please take time and remember me.
Yeah, we definitely. Are you there on a LinkedIn? Obviously, you will be on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Just please send a request on me, or I will send you the request. I don't know your full name, so that's why I'm not able to connect you over the LinkedIn.
Yeah,
So
my name is Sai Charan Paloju. I will send you the link tree link. All where you will see all my websites and all my social stuff. I have like 35 to 40,000 followers all
oh,
over the
great,
social media. So I
great,
have
great.
that.
You're such a nice person, I would say.
I got the Amazon influencer that one also. So
Oh,
yeah, this is very good, man. It's nice to know a lot of stuff from you, and thank you
and
very
I will
much.
also,
Yeah,
yeah, I will also share the links I have talked about. There are few student programs and all the learning resources, and I will also share my article as well. So you will get the list of resources to where to start or how you can start, something
yeah.
like that.
People who are watching this video, all the links that he said, I will put in the description of this video. You will definitely get a lot of information, and you can become like Nirmal, and you can become a cloud engineer and rule the cloud world.
Okay, that's great to talk with. I would say it's so. Anything else?
Can I put this video and audio clip on my YouTube channel, on social media, on internet, on my podcast, everywhere with your permission?
Yeah, yeah, I have full. I don't have any issue with that. You can use, but I would suggest and even and let me tell you one thing. Even I already did a one session in in my DSC group in my college, but it will be like a presentation, or it's not a face kind of video. It is the first time I've talked with my face like in the live or something. It's a different experience, but I'm still a bit of nervous in the beginning, like how I will be doing. But it's a very calm in the natural way. I would say thank you to you. Thank
That
you
is
for
why the reason that the naturality actually made me do a lot of videos, and thousands of videos are going to come still. And
yeah.
tomorrow, just wanted to tell you that from American politicians and Canadian police officers, army people, all the people are going to come onto my show. Already, there are a lot of American army, military police officers, Canadian police officers, also BJP MLA from like Uttar Pradesh or something. He accepted to be on my show. Like all the people, connecting, connecting, and they will know you. And thanks, man. It's pleasure talking with you. Thanks for your valuable time. You gave me your time, and this is very important for me, for a lot of people. And thank you. Keep going, keep doing. And whenever you wanted to tell anything, just put a message. We will do another one. When I will take out the time and I will tell through my medium.
Sure, sure. And again, the last time I want to say thank you so much, and thank you for being the nice guy. See,
Any good words at last?
sorry.
Any good words? Any good words from you? Any inspiring, any motivation words?
Motivation word, like I would say, keep believing in yourself. Everyone have their own time clock. You in the internet or in the thing of fast growing world, we often might we are undervalued ourselves. Like people, we know that okay, these people have find out what he is liking, what she is liking. Everyone will get what you like. You just have to need to get started. Plenty of things you will learn over the journey. It's not something like you have to prepare for the best thing. Even I used to have the different kind of mindset, like presenting my first talk in the DSC group. Like I used to think about that, like I need a best communication skills, best presentation skills. Then I will able to deliver a great session. But it's not something like that. You need to get start with whatever what you have. Eventually, you will learn lots of things from your journey. That's what I have learned over the time, and that's what I want to share.
1000% truth, man. Thank you very much again, Nirmal, for your contribution to the world. So see you soon again.
Yeah. Say thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Man. So, what do you think about you as a cloud engineer, you as a creative thinker, you as a person who comes out of the box and thinks, as a human being, what you will say about my video series?
First of all, I would like to say that learning and learning and with the time you are also sharing the knowledge. Like you are not just interviewing different people from the country, you are also sharing that knowledge. It's very important and it's very unique thing about you. Like the people, whenever people have started, they just start with their self. Like as I said, like I have tried to attend a different meetup, but I'm not sharing my knowledge at that time. I'm learning. You are doing differently. Like you are learning at the same time you are sharing also, so that keeps being different from other people. At the same time you are interacting with the different people and different countries of the people. So you're ultimately getting their mindset and thought process, like how they think, how they uh, got the best thing about their life, or how they achieve that success, or whatever it can be. So that things make you unique. I'm looking at your beer. Have you heard about beer biceps?
No.
No. Or the Ranveer show or something? Just check it on the YouTube. You are the I think you are the guy kind of him. uh, you are absolutely, you will going to get a lot of success, I would say, because you are keeping you are not just keeping the knowledge you got from the people, you are also same time you are sharing the knowledge with the other people. You are making the lives of easier by other people who want to find out what the things they need to do for you know getting some kind of things, or get what they want to achieve in their life. And
Thank you, man.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, humble guy, you listen to them very carefully, and then you ask your question. So it makes you very unique, and it's a good thing about. So yeah, I've seen your few of videos, and it's just awesome, man. Just keep up the doing this good thing, and you will have, definitely you are going to rock in the future.
Thank you,
Thank
Nirmal, for giving me your valuable time. I will,
uh,
remember these positive and
positive
compliments
compliment.
all my life.
My
This is the
is
first
the first
cloud
cloud
engineer from
engineer
India,
from
from
India,
Gujarat.
from Gujarat.
You giving
You
me,
giving me
a lot of
a lot
positive
of
words.
positive.
This actually
This
makes me
actually
learn
makes me
more. This makes me,
this makes me
wake up in the
wake up
morning,
in the morning,
more
more
happily and
happily
learn
and
something
learn
new today.
something new today.
Again,
Again,
Nirmal said something
Nirmal said
yesterday,
something
so I have
yesterday.
to do
I have
more
to do
today.
more today.
So
So
thanks, man.
thank
Thank
you,
you.
man. Thank you. Yeah, we just have to keep going the way we are, and keep learning and keep sharing our knowledge. That's how we grow. Yeah.
So thank you,
So
Nirmal,
thank you
for your
for
time
your
and
time
for your
for
words
your
again.
again. Yeah. Thank you so much. And
Yeah.
yeah, other thing you might want to cut down. Like,
I
I,
can't hear
I
you.
hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened during the call was like, I have attended this Skype call from the phone, so I'm just keep rotating my phone. So the stability is not that much when I look back the recording session. So I'm sorry for that. It looked like a very unprofessional to me and for you as well. Like I'm just keep moving my phone here and here, man, kind of stuff. Like
Actually,
actually, it was not going to be it was not going it was not a problem if I have joined from the laptop, but due to some reason my laptop is not working, so I have to attend your call from the phone.
but
But
your
your
English is
English
very
is
clear,
very
man.
clear.
The way you
The
are
way you
explaining
explain
is
is
very clear.
very clear.
I have exchanged words
Exchange.
with more than 300 people. With that experience, I'm telling you, your explanation is very, very good. More than what I don't know what do you do with the laptop, just typing. But when you speak, when you use your vocal cord, the way you are explaining is very clear. Even the person who comes, just even a kid can understand, who don't know nothing, who knows nothing about the cloud. You have very good explaining thing. That is very few people have both. They are very good technically, and they are very good in communication wise. In communicating, you are very clear. The words that you have used is the sentences that you have framed, and I understood you very clearly. There was no, like I didn't ask you for the second time. That means you're successful.
Thank you so much. Like I also, I try to speak like I don't put any kind of filter behind what I talk. I want to talk with very naturally. I don't want to sound very professional or very something like experienced guy. I just want to express my thought. It's just like that. I mean, it's not something like I'm putting the filter over there, like whether it will be the right word or right sentence or not. I just want to express my feelings or thought. Yeah.
That is very connective. That is the best medium that you selected. The natural way, the natural flow that makes you to connect with people. I'm sure in coming days, not only the technical wise, as a communicator also, you're going to be a team lead and you're going to be a CEO of a company. Communication skills is very important.
Yeah, it's very important, and it's good to and in the recent trends, it's not just you are like, let's say example, you are good in something, like you are in good in or anywhere or any field. So it's very important nowadays, like if you are good at something, people should know about it. Like that's when the opportunity will come. If you are one of the best guy in a particular field but nobody knows you, then how the opportunity will come to you? So in 2021, it's right time to invest in knowing the things, and at the same time marketing yourself is also very important. That's where the big opportunities come to you. That's what I believe.
Okay, Nirmal, keep going, keep doing, and I'm sure when you come 29, I don't think you will have time to give me another interview, but try.
No, no, we will keep in contact. We will do a lot more sessions. I'm also planning for that. So yeah, see you soon. Have a great
See
day,
you
man.
soon. Yeah, take care.
To talk with you. Yeah,
Bye.
take care.